Meeting your favorite characters at Disneyland is one of the highlights of any Disney vacation. Getting that special picture with Mickey Mouse or your favorite Disney princess is nothing short of magical. In this video, I'll talk all about characters you can find at the Disneyland Resort, how to find them, and fun ways to interact with them. I'll also talk about character dining because that's a great way to meet characters too. If you're not subscribed, do it now so you don't miss any of my videos. Let's get going. Seeing characters at Disneyland in California is very common. You won't have any trouble having a character meet and greet moment on your vacation. Some of the characters can be found on the Disneyland app, and other characters just wander around. You never know when they're going to pop up. First, let's talk about which characters you may run into at the Disneyland Resort. Let's start with Disneyland Park. You're always going to be able to find a few popular characters hanging around Main Street and the town square area. You might see Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Pluto, Goofy, Donald, Daisy, Chip and Dale, and sometimes, if you're lucky, you might even run into Cruella de Vil or the Queen of Hearts. Pixie Hollow is where you want to go if you want to meet Tinkerbell. She's usually available to greet guests for a short window each day, most often about 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., but check the Disneyland app to see when she'll be available on the day of your visit if you'd like to meet her. Fantasyland is a great place to see characters. These characters are not usually on a set schedule listed on the Disneyland app. They just kind of pop up and you never know who you're going to run into. You might see Aladdin and Jasmine or the Genie, Pinocchio, Geppetto, Mary Poppins and Bert, Merida or Moana, Peter Pan, Wendy, Captain Hook, Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter, Cinderella, the Fairy Godmother, Belle, Gaston, or Elena of Avalor. You're more likely to see characters in Fantasyland earlier in the day. You'll find them wandering around the main part of Fantasyland most often. I've seen Mary Poppins ride the carousel. I've seen the Mad Hatter and Alice have a tea party with kids near Casey Jr. You'll also often find characters near It's a Small World and near Snow White's Wishing Well. The Royal Hall is the place to meet princesses if you are into that. The princesses rotate throughout the day, so you never know who you'll meet, but you will meet more than one princess. You might see Cinderella, Ariel, Belle, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Tiana, or Elena of Avalor. Just kind of depends when you're there. The Royal Hall is usually open to guests from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m., but again, check the app to make sure on the day of your visit. Outside the Royal Hall in Fantasy Fair, you might run into Rapunzel or Flynn Rider or Gaston or even Tiana. I highly recommend taking some time to watch the show at the Royal Theater. They usually have 6 performances a day. There's a Beauty and the Beast show and a Tangled show. They alternate, and both are great. But a little known fact that you can actually meet the princess from the show afterwards. Not many people realize this. After the show, stay in your seat. Everyone will leave, but just stay put. The cast members will rope off the area so no new guests can enter the theater, and about 10 minutes after the show, the starring princess will come out and meet anyone who's still waiting. Usually there's very few people waiting because not many people know about this. So this is a great way to meet a princess without waiting in a long line. Let's talk about Toontown. Toontown is such a fun place to meet characters. It is my very favorite place to meet Mickey Mouse. In Toontown, you can meet Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse inside their houses. It's so much fun. Their houses are both adorable and very interactive, and then after you make your way through their house, you get to meet them in person. You might also find other characters wandering around Toontown on your visit. Here are some of the regulars: Clarabelle Cow, Pete, Goofy, Donald, Daisy, Chip, Dale, and Pluto. If you want to see Star Wars characters, Galaxy's Edge is the place to go. These characters are not usually on a set schedule, they just wander around from time to time. You might see stormtroopers, Kylo Ren, Rey, Chewbacca, the Mandalorian, and Grogu. Critter Country is a fun place to meet characters. It's a fun atmosphere, very relaxed, and Pooh's thoughtful spot is where Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, and Rabbit like to hang out. Over in New Orleans Square, be careful because you might spot a pirate or two wandering around. You might see Captain Jack Sparrow or Red the Pirate. You might also catch a glimpse of Tiana. The other day, I was eating at Tiana's Palace, and Tiana herself strolled right up to my table for a quick chat. It was amazing. Over in Frontierland, occasionally you might be able to see characters, but not very often. You might see Miguel from Coco, Mirabel from Encanto, or even Pocahontas. Let's jump over to California Adventure Park. Over on Buena Vista Street, you might see Daisy Duck, Donald Duck, Goofy, Pluto, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Oswald, Chip and Dale, Clarabelle, Horace, Snow White, Dopey, and the citizens of Buena Vista Street. Over at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, you can find characters during special celebrations. Santa is here during the holidays, and Raya from Raya and the Last Dragon hangs out here during Lunar New Year. Over by Grizzly Peak, you'll sometimes run into the bears from the old Country Bear Jamboree show. You might see Wendell and Big Al, or you might see Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde from Zootopia. In Pacific Wharf, you can find the main characters from Big Hero 6. You can see Hero and Baymax. Over at Pixar Pier, there are a ton of characters to meet and interact with. You might see Joy, Sadness, Bo Peep, Jessie, Buzz Lightyear, Woody, the Toy Soldiers, Sully, Mr. Incredible, Mrs. Incredible, Edna Mode, or Frozone. Over in Cars Land, you're sure to spot your favorite car. You can see Lightning McQueen, Mater, and sometimes Red the fire truck. Avengers Campus is the place to go if you're a Marvels fan. You're going to want to check it out. You might see Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Black Panther, Warriors of Wakanda, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man, Wasp, Groot, Doctor Strange, Wanda, Moon Knight, or even Black Widow. The Animation Building is the place to go to meet Elsa and Anna if you're a Frozen fan. They usually greet guests from about 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., but check the app for the times on the day of your visit. You can find characters using the Disneyland app, which is really helpful. Some characters roam around and are never listed on the app, but there are a lot of characters that are listed and they are really easy to find. So let me show you. First, open up your Disneyland app. Then click on the map icon. Then click the arrow next to Attractions. Select Characters from the drop-down menu. Then select Show List in the right-hand corner. Next, select the character you'd like to see. Up pops all the appearance times for the day and where you can find them. Be sure to check appearance times first thing in the morning so you don't miss out on seeing your favorite characters. You can also bring an autograph book for the characters to sign. This makes for a really fun souvenir. I created some printable autograph pages that you might like, and I will put a link to them down below. Interacting with characters can be so much fun. Of course, there are many characters like Mickey Mouse who aren't able to respond to you verbally, but they will respond in their own way, and it's very fun. When my kids were little, I liked to chat with them before our visit to brainstorm different things we could ask the characters. This would give my kids a little bit more confidence when they were interacting with their favorite Disney characters, because sometimes they get a little overwhelmed and a little tongue-tied. But if we've thought of things to talk about in advance, it was much easier for them. Of course, you don't have to ask the characters anything. They are great at giving hugs and taking pictures, so whatever you decide to do will be great. But here are a few ideas if you want to ask characters questions. Ask Mickey Mouse if he loves Minnie Mouse. You could ask Minnie Mouse how many pairs of shoes she has. Ask Tigger to bounce with you. Ask Captain Hook if he's seen the crocodile around lately. Ask Donald Duck where Mickey is. He usually gets pretty upset about this question. You could ask Sleeping Beauty if she's tired. Ask Cinderella if the glass slippers hurt her feet. You could ask Gaston if he's found a wife yet. Tell the Mad Hatter or Alice that it's your unbirthday. Tell Peter Pan that you never want to grow up. And my go-to is to compliment any of the characters' outfits. They all love it. Let's talk about character dining because it's such a fun way to meet characters on your Disneyland vacation. Character dining is a bit different than traditional character meet and greets and might be perfect for your family. With character dining, then the characters come to your table while you're eating and they interact with you. This is a really great way to meet them and get some special one-on-one time without waiting in long lines. Plus, you get to eat yummy food too. There are 4 options for character dining at the Disneyland Resort. Here's a quick overview of each of them. There's Minnie and Friends Breakfast in the Park. This dining experience is the only one that happens inside the parks. You'll need a valid theme park ticket for this dining experience. Enjoy all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet at the Plaza Inn on Main Street with Minnie Mouse and her friends. There is ample indoor and outdoor seating at this location. I prefer to eat indoors just because I'm a little closer to the food and I feel like I see a few more characters this way. Breakfast includes Mickey waffles, bacon, eggs, sausage, breakfast potatoes, and a made-to-order omelet station. There's an assortment of cereals and a variety of muffins, danishes, fruits, and pastries. Before you're seated for breakfast, you'll meet Minnie Mouse and you'll get your picture taken with her. In addition to Minnie Mouse, you can expect to see Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Chip and Dale, and some of the mice from Cinderella, Susie and Perla. Occasionally, Captain Hook, the fairy godmother, or Pinocchio will join in the fun too. The characters do a really good job at stopping at each table and interacting with the guests. They're happy to pose for pictures, so have your camera ready. Mickey's Tales of Adventure Breakfast Buffet is another good one. This is located at the Storytellers Cafe inside Disney's Grand Californian Hotel. You don't have to be a hotel guest to enjoy it. This fun character dining experience is available for brunch and breakfast, and this is the only place you can meet Mickey Mouse during a character dining experience. Breakfast includes assorted pastries, muffins, and danishes, fruit, carved meats, eggs, Mickey waffles, pancakes, seasonal French toast, and so much more. You can expect to see Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Pluto, Chip, and Dale. The characters do a good job of roaming the tables and interacting with guests, and of course, they're always happy to take pictures. Disney Princess Breakfast Adventures is located at the Napa Rose inside Disney's Grand Californian Hotel. This 3-course meal includes delicious food and activities with some of your favorite princesses. I have never done this one myself. It is the very most expensive, but I've heard that it can be a lot of fun. Here's what it says on the Disneyland website. Kids can let their imagination soar during one-of-a-kind princess-themed activities. Upon arrival, Disney princesses are waiting to greet you and share your hopes and dreams prior to taking a photo on a beautiful private patio. You may take part in storytime with Belle or learn some fierce warrior poses with Mulan. Young adventurers are presented with a special keepsake to take back to your home kingdom to remember your magical morning. Goofy's Kitchen is probably my very favorite character dining option. It's located inside the Disneyland Hotel, but again, you don't have to be a hotel guest to enjoy it. This fun character dining experience is available for breakfast and for dinner. For breakfast, you can enjoy a buffet with things like Mickey Mouse pancakes and waffles, French toast, bacon, and sausage, along with Goofy's famous peanut butter and jelly pizza. For dinner, you can enjoy a buffet of things like assorted pizza, mac and cheese, a carving station, and lots of yummy desserts and frozen yogurt. You'll be able to meet Goofy at the entrance before you sit down for your meal. You'll see Chip and Dale, Minnie, and Pluto roaming around the restaurant. They do a really good job of coming to each table to meet their fans. Character dining is very popular and reservations are highly recommended. You can make reservations 60 days in advance using the Disneyland app or on the Disneyland website. If you don't make reservations, they still might be able to get you in. It's always worth checking with the restaurant on the day you're visiting to see if they can accommodate you. If you're having a hard time getting the dining reservations you're looking for, check out Mouse Dining. You tell them where you want to dine and when, and they'll send you an alert when reservations become available. It's really amazing. I'll put a link to them below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next video.